Business in the 217 on the WMAY Morning News Feed. I'm Greg Bishop, and we're joined by Jim Weddigen from CBD Botanicals, a business here in the area. We love telling people about the things that these entrepreneurs are doing, what drives them, what's their passion. And Jim, we hear about CBD all the time. How did you get involved in this business? Good morning. Thanks for hanging out.
Good morning, and thanks for letting me come on board with you and talk about this. It's been a long journey. I was in the medical field for years and years. That's actually what brought me to Springfield from St. Louis, and prior to that from Detroit. So I was a pharmaceutical rep and later a medical device rep. And I'll be very blunt, it's a stressful industry. It's a stressful world, being a father and just running your life from day to day. And it got to the point where the stress was getting a bit too much for me, or it was just getting a little bit daunting. So I started looking out and about and going, what can I do to alleviate this? I didn't want to go on an anxiolytic or an antidepressant or a mood enhancer or of any sort. So I just reached around a little bit and actually just dug in, and I found CBD. CBD stands for cannabidiol, and I started taking it and it worked. It's completely natural. It gets into your system, it does its job, and then it gets out without the crazy side effects that you see from so many pharmaceuticals. And then here was the kicker, is I started speaking to my physicians because I had open access to every physician in Central Illinois. Started speaking to them about it. And some were yay, some were nay. Some have since come around tremendously as they've seen what this can do. And I tripped over one physician in particular who happened to be the medical director for one of the brands that I carry now. And we just had amazing conversations. So I read for a couple of years and read intensely for a couple of years. And I actually took a few classes at Harvard on the opioid epidemic in America, the United States, and the effect on the family, about 3 classes. And I just became enamored. And I said, okay, this is what I'm going to do. This is how I can help people. If I do good, I will do well. And it was all about a life change for me. And that's the very gist. That's the brass knuckles. I could go even deeper with it, but that's what got me into this. And
it's amazing you brought up the issue of not wanting to get on like a pill of sorts that like a psychotropic or an antidepressant. There's a lot of people out there who have regular stresses, and they're compounded at different parts of the day, different parts of the year. Things can be really stressful. I know holiday seasons can really put people over the edge at times, and they don't want to go to the bottle. They don't want to have to get a prescription from a doctor for some kind of pharmaceutical. But there is that option of CBD. What kinds of things are you hearing from those who have questions? What are the questions that come up from people who were in your same boat, who just need more information about the product?
They initially come in. This is one of the great things is I realized when I was going into shops trying to find the right CBD for me, whether it be a tincture, a gummy, whether I was going to vape it. Where am I going to use this? Because it's such a broad product. The basics of it is that cannabinoid can be used for your inflammatory process or inflammatory issues. It's a very high-powered yet natural anti-inflammatory. So I deal with pain. I tackled way too many guys that made the NFL. I beat on my body a ton because I love playing sports and I love being competitive. And right now I'm training for a competition to see how good my body can look. But also in talking about it with the anxiety issues and with the mental health issues, it works with your dopamine and your serotonin receptors, which are exactly what those anxiolytics and psychotropics work on. So we get a lot of questions from people who this is a new thing and they go, what can this do for me? And you almost want to say, this can be so many things to you because inflammation is the source and the core issue of so many things that we suffer from. Anything that ends in itis, that's inflammation of. It also works on your OSICs, as I like to tell people, anything that's hardening of spinal stenosis, atherosclerosis, because it works on smoothing out those smooth muscles in your circulatory system. But we get a lot of questions about that because people can't believe that this little bottle of oil or this jar of gummies can help out with these issues. And it's as simple as just taking that, and it's actually quite pleasurable rather than taking a chalky caplet or capsule or a tablet and then sucking it down every day, and then you forget to take it, when I can do something that I actually enjoy that's actually going to help me as well, people become boggled by that. Like, is it really that simple? And the answer is yes. So they come in with these questions, and then the beauty of this shop is I want you to try it. I don't want you to walk out the store without testing something. If I'm not throwing a gummy in your mouth or putting lotion, having you put cream on your sore spots or dropping drops in underneath your tongue, I'm failing. And my staff are failing if they don't do it. So that's where people are perplexed. They're going, what, I get to try it before I buy it? Yes, you truly do. You test drive a car. You can go into the fitting room and try clothes on. Why not try something and see if it's going to work that fast as I think it will?
Jim Weddigen joins us here for Business in the 217 on the WMAY morning news feed. He's with CBD Botanicals. Where are you located and what are your hours?
We are located at 2538 South Cokie Mill Road at the corner of Cokie Mill and Isles, next to Walgreens in the Fresenius building. You can always reach us at 217-588-8161. And I want to forewarn everybody, that number is forwarded directly to me from all of my shops. Those numbers come to me. I will be blunt. On a Friday night in the fall, I'm going to be at a football game after hours, so I might not take the call, or it might be very loud when I do, but I will return that call. But those numbers are all forwarded to me personally, so if you have any questions, you're going to get me, or you're going to get my staff during the day, and they're just phenomenally. They're just brilliant people, and I'm blessed to have them here.
Well, and Jim, one other question here for those who are always hearing about CBD, and it's part of the cannabis family. What kinds of concerns are there when it comes to there being that relationship between cannabis and CBD? Are people going to get a euphoric high when they consume CBD, either be the oil or be the gummies or even applying it topically?
It's a good question, and especially in the environment that we're in here. We're in the state capitol, which means we have a lot of CDL drivers. We have the Air Guard. We've got the state troopers, the training academy. We've got the firemen, and we've got all the medical personnel as well. They all take a 10-panel test. So here's what happens: is the CBD that I carry can have up to 0.3% THC, and that's Delta 9 THC. That's a very important phrase to remember: Delta 9. That is such a minuscule, insignificant amount. However, for those that are truly concerned about it, we also carry products that have 0%. And in my opinion, there's no therapeutic difference between the two of them. It's such a minuscule amount. But they come with 0% THC because I don't want you to come in dealing with anxiety to then take something that you're fearful or anxious now because it may make you pop positive on a drug test. So with 0% THC, there's nothing to find in the product. Now, we do carry products that have a little bit more THC, and those are for the people that aren't fearing or having that anxiety of a drug test.
And again, it's pretty incredible hearing all of the different benefits there are of CBD, from helping with inflammation to helping with mood, to just being a very kind of soft source of getting some relief and not being the prescription pills that may be given to you by a doctor to help alleviate anxiety or a variety of other things. So definitely talk with CBD Botanicals, Jim Weddigen. Again, give us that phone number where people can get more information about your business.
217-588-8161. And you can also catch us at mycbdbotanicals.net or cbdbotanicalsonline.com. That's where our store is. We deliver for free, and that's something else that not a lot of people realize. I'm actually cheaper than the pizza place when it comes to delivery. There's no delivery fee. Anywhere in the county, we'll bring it to you. And when I'm driving to Edwardsville to my other store, anywhere along I-55, I have made a stop at every exit along I-55 down to Edwardsville, from Lincoln to exit 23. We deliver for free throughout Madison County as well.
That's pretty incredible. Free delivery for CBD Botanicals. Jim Weddigen here with the WMAY morning news feed, Business in the 217. Thanks for your time. We'll talk again soon, okay?
Thanks again. I appreciate the time, and y'all have a good day. Enjoy the rest of your summer.